I'm Gary Ceres. Asked to see what makes me different than everyone else. Well, for starters, I was born in the Socialist Republic of Turkey, but I chose to come here. So that's one thing. Another thing that separates me from the rest of the people running is that I'm a member of the working class. I'm a plain-spoken individual. I'm not going to come up here and give you the talking points or the platitudes. I'm going to come up here and offer real solutions. I've offered one solution, which is the birth mother adoption tax credit, which will extend the tax credit to birth mothers in the hopes of preventing abortions and encouraging adoptions instead. I hope to discuss other issues with everyone here. I'm a graduate of Elon with a political science and public administration degree, and I'm a former business owner in stores in Washington, North Carolina. I hope to meet many of you afterwards, and I hope that you would all enjoy the forum, and I thank the organizers for holding it. And that means I'm going to give a politically incorrect answer to this. I do not believe in bipartisanship. Bipartisanship to the Democratic Party means surrender. It means surrender of our values. It means surrender to their agenda. I would fight tooth and nail every single time that they propose a Green New Deal or another socialist program. I would fight tooth and nail up there to educate the American public on what the Republican Party's principles actually are. And by doing that, you have to actually propose solutions, not just talking points. If you go to my website at ceresforcongress.com, you will see that I have actual proposals that I would like to enact into law. But they're not going to happen as long as Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the House. We need to win in 2020, and until then, we need to resist every single thing that the Democratic Party puts in front of us. That may not be the politically correct answer, but you know in your heart that that's what the Republican Party needs to do, and we haven't done for a long time. Firstly, that President Trump is the first president to speak for the forgotten man, the working class in this country. That said, there are two things I do disagree with the president. Number one is on immigration. I do not favor rewarding anyone for breaking the laws to enter this country. If you have done that, there should be no path to citizenship ever. I do not believe in the Dreamers. I do not believe in DACA. I do not believe that after securing the wall, we can discuss giving citizenship. We may be able to discuss a visa program or green cards, but I do not favor any path for citizenship for anyone who has ever broken into this country. Secondly, on the budget, we have $4.17 trillion that will be spent this year. Think about that number. That's a humongous number. I wish the president would break out the veto pen. I wish he would have done it 2 years ago. I wish he would continue to break it out. And so that is one thing I would encourage the president to do. Other than that, I agree with the president on most of his policies. We don't need Washington liberal bureaucrats telling our eastern North Carolina fishermen the size of their nets and trawls. We need to limit their regulatory ability by dragging them in front of oversight committees. That's how you get it done. Beyond regulation, what we need to do is we need to talk about trade. I disagree with almost everyone that was up here earlier talking about trade. We have countries that are dumping their agricultural goods on our country, including fishing products, without opening their markets to our goods. We need to support President Trump in his ability to renegotiate these deals bilaterally with these countries so that we get a fair shake for our fishermen here in the district. Thank you. In about 10 seconds. I support securing the border. I support ending chain migration. I support ending anchor bases. Now, what am I going to actually do? Well, I have a proposal out there to actually tax remittances out of this country to foreign nations coming from illegal immigrants. We have tens of billions of dollars every year that illegal immigrants are taking from our economy and sending back home. I will propose legislation to actually tax those remittances, to discourage illegal immigration and to discourage illegals from doing that. On top of that, I will support legislation that will empower the Department of Justice to actually arrest and charge with aiding and abetting criminal activity on the part of elected officials that refuse to cooperate with immigration officials. Real solutions.
First question again. The future of Obamacare is again being called into question both legally and politically. What do you think should happen to the future of Obamacare, and where does that leave Medicaid?
Repeal it now, repeal it yesterday, just keep it repealed. I do not favor a repeal and replace. There is nowhere in the Constitution that authorizes our federal government to take over 1/8 of the U.S. economy. I favor market-based solutions. If you go to my website, ceresforcongress.com, you'll see that I've proposed a law that will repeal certificate of need laws. And I don't know if any of you know what that is, but for those of you that do, what it is states and the federal government pass certificates of need laws that limit the amount of expansion that hospitals can do. The thought behind it was that it would limit the amount of saturation that would be in a given area. The result has been that we have longer wait times, especially in our rural communities. We have less equipment available to our hospitals, and we have less quality care in this country. This is a market-based solution by getting the government out of the way, not putting the government in charge of healthcare. Thank you.
And one more question. The 3rd district now includes a substantial portion of the state's coastline, and the issue of energy exploration continues to create debate in the region. As a member of Congress, what position would you take on opening areas of the northeastern coast for energy exploration?
I started by saying I'm politically incorrect, so I'll continue on my politically incorrect track. I'm going to take the position that I took when I spoke at the Onslow-Jacksonville debate, and that is that I do favor allowing exploration and drilling off the coast. Our environmental technology has advanced to the point where we can do so safely. Right now, there is no money to be had in it, so right now it's actually a moot point. But at some time in the future, we may have that ability to do so at a profit. And I think it would be irresponsible of a federal legislator to stand in the way of economic progress, especially in our district, when we have one of the lowest per capita incomes in the entire country, and we have one of the higher unemployment rates in the country. So I do not favor limiting or banning offshore drilling. Here's what we're facing in this country. Last month, an Axiom poll showed that 45% of millennials and Generation Z prefer socialism over capitalism. We need a working class answer to that. We need somebody that's going to stand up there forcefully, that is among the people, that wants to talk with people, not just to people. We have a nation now that has professional politicians instead of citizen legislatures. We need citizen legislators. I am that person. I am of the working class because I am the working class. And we need a working class voice that does not come from money, that does not have the backing of huge PACs. We need somebody that can speak to the common person in this district, that can speak for us, be a voice up there. I ask for your vote. It's GaryCeres.com. You can also find me on Ceres for Congress on Facebook. And let's show Washington that the working class does matter. Thank you.